So I thought I would walk you through the process of adding someone to your mailing list, and then I'll show you how to do the groups, and then we'll talk about selecting people for the groups and exporting that file so that you can do a data merge in Microsoft Word for a mailing list. So anyway, this is your window. Let's just pretend this is your window for your Gmail. And over on the top left-hand corner, you have this little icon that says Mail, and next to it the arrow. So you want to choose the arrow and the drop-down arrow next to it, and select Contacts underneath that that option under Mail. And that's going to open up your contact window, and it'll show you all the folks that you already have in your contacts. And these folks we're going to select a few in a minute, and I'll show you how to add people to a different sort of a group. But right now we're going to add a new contact by choosing New Contact right here on the left-hand side. When New Contact opens up, it gives us a dialog box that shows us some information where we would add all the pertinent information for this client. So we're going to name this person John Doe and make him be an engineer, and his great company is the name of his company. And we can tab through and fill out all of the rest of these fields for John, but for the sake of brevity, what we'll do is we're just going to add John to a mailing list. And right now I've created a mailing list called Betsy's Mailing, but for this instance I'm going to create a new one, and we're going to call this one Betsy's Holiday Mailing List, and tell it OK after we've created that group. And that group was created here on this button with the three little guys. And now you can see when because I was working in John Doe and adding a mailing list option, he automatically was populated inside of Betsy's Holiday Mailing List. And I can check who's on that Betsy's Holiday Mailing List right now by going over here to the left-hand side, and I have like a whole list of different lists, so I have friends and family and different sort of groups that I'm working with, and I would choose this one, if I were you, for Betsy's Holiday Mailing List. And right now we can see that John Doe is a member of Betsy's Holiday Mailing List. So we're going to add a couple more people to your Betsy's Holiday Mailing List just for fun. Add them to the mailing list, and I'll delete them later, but right now I'm going to choose my group, and the group is going to be Betsy's Holiday Mailing List. I'm going to add them by checking the box next to it and click Apply. So now when I go into my Betsy's Holiday Mailing List, you can see all of those people that I've added are now members of that mailing list. And in order to export their information for importing into a Word mail merge, I would click here. I would be looking at my mailing list, and I would tell it choose more, and I would tell it export. And I want to choose, when this dialog box comes up, it's asking me which contacts do I want to export, and I want to export the group Betsy's Holiday Mailing List in Google CSV format, and click export. So if I wanted to choose a different choice here about which one I'm exporting, I can certainly do that, but for our purposes today I'm just going to use this one, and I'm going to click on export. And when I export that, it turns into a Google.csv file. So I'm going to open that CSV file, and you'll see it's basically in Excel format. It opens up in Excel. And so it shows me all of these people that are on that holiday mailing list at this point in time. And this is where I would go and I would clean up that contact. And so I would add, as you can see here, we have name, all those different fields. So I think you know a little bit about editing some of this stuff, but anyway, we might name this one first name, etc., etc. So we would change up this list in order to be able to manage it when we're doing our import into the mail merge function. So right now I'm going to close this, not save it, but anyway, that's where that file gets saved, and it's usually, I'm using Chrome, so it will download right here on the bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if you see that, but that's where it will download. So anyway, to recap, I'm going to unselect these people. I can choose this entire group by clicking the box up at the very top, and it chooses all of the people. Right now I'm going to unselect them from Betsy's holiday mailing list so they're not in there, and choose apply. And so it takes them all out of your mailing list. And so now I have no one. But anyway, you go from your mail window into your contacts, then you add the contact, then you add them to your group. So I hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon. I'm going to post this on YouTube for you, and that way you can go ahead and try it for yourself.